So I've already looked at that 160 Freedom Gundam, and I was not impressed. That thing totally out of proportion. Just, it could have been way better. And they did a very good job with the next one, the 160 Force Impulse Gundam, which obviously this is the core Splender. Probably the weakest part of the whole kit. That's really, I don't know, it's kind of stubby. It's more SD. And it's got a clear green cockpit, I think just because of the eyes. They're like, we're not going to give you an actual clear piece and make a new plate. So you get green. At least they molded in Shen, or I guess Luna Maria Hawk, whatever you want to say. Although this came out in 2004, so it probably would be closer to the beginning of the series. The only thing, I don't know why it has a black sticker there, because I don't think that's accurate. I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember. No landing gear, no little missiles or rockets to put on the wings. But it does have basically the same transformation. I mean, it is the same transformation, really. And that's it. You have a little chest piece, which you're never going to see. Granted, you never saw the core fighter in the ARC-78 so I don't know why I'm really even complaining. Now, the leg flyer. This is the weird thing with this kit. I don't know why they give clear light blue. There's only a few pieces of it on the Force Impulse, but they're clear. Only on the 160. Not in the Master Grade, the SD, the High Grade, the new High Grade, the old 100. I don't know why. There is some nice mechanical detailing underneath. I guess that's why. I don't know. But, of course, him being a very simple boom and you're done transformation. Can you really even call that a transformation or just the Gundam standing up? Now, the chest flyer is a little more complicated. Trying to hide that face. Oh, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm here. Look, my shield. It's just a shield, guys. Just a shield. It is nice that it has the weapons attached to it in this mode, so it doesn't have to like grab them. Now this hinge is a little loose, the one that moves the shoulders forward. Although, how many people are actually going to keep it like this? No landing gear on here either. Like on the Master Grade is what they started making the pop-up parts here on the shield. Doesn't do that now, but it does have the same kind of. I think it's exactly the same track system as the High Grade, the old High Grade. I forgot what they did with the new one. And then it is a little on the tight side, and yeah, I don't want to go too crazy. I got this not exactly when it first came out, but it was probably over 10 years ago now. And then just a simple swap over the shield. And there are those clear green pieces you can see for the camera, so that's why that cockpit's the way it is. And I always put the core Splender in to the backpack first. It pegs in really nicely, and then you just have to like take those big chunky gray pegs and they just go into the torso. And you got yourself a Force Impulse. Or sorry, right now it's just an Impulse. There's no force to it yet. And it's still a pretty big model. The Impulse isn't that big of a mobile suit, but it's nice for 160. And it's got a little bit of extra detail compared to its old 100 or high grade counterparts. And it really does just feel like a bulked up high grade from the time. It's like it's got a little bit extra assembly. It's got a little bit better parts separation. Actually, really good part separation. I don't know what I'm thinking. Because everything here is all plastic. Remember, 20 years old. It's crazy how old it is. And I don't know why they did this, though. Opening cockpit. I'd say why, because the inner part doesn't open up. It's just a door. You see the door covered by another door. You don't see anything inside, which is a little weird. I would have left a hole there so you could at least see the car. Maybe the car Splender cockpit suddenly didn't line up when they assembled it. And they're like, well, we've got it done. Oh, well, we got that. Who knows, really? And it's okay in terms of postability. I mean, once again, it feels just like a big high grade. And I'd say that's about right. Like the elbows, just that much, just one joint. But the hands are better because they're ball jointed everywhere and they have one knuckle hinge. So they're close to being perfect, but they're one hinge short. But it's still nice. I think the Freedom had the same thing. Waist is simple. The skirts, I mean, no, they can do. Oh, that is some nice detail over there. But the skirts do help the legs kicking. Nothing back. Oops. Oh yeah, and they do make some inner detail with other. See, this is why are these solid there's detail under here, but why is this clear? Like, if you're really trying to show off and proud of the inner detail you put on this giant, like, beefed up high grade, why not just put more clear? And the knees are double jointed. That's nice. I mean, because of the way it transforms, I guess you could say. It had to be. And also that extra toe joint is because of the way it transforms. So it was very basic. You're not going to be blown away. You might not even care. And the shield, I should mention, it does have a bit of a transformation, just like it should. At least it can do that. So you got the... I thought they had... Other kits have the little pegs or something to get your fingernail on to pop these side pieces up, but I'm not seeing anything here, which is disappointing. Now this seems weird. I feel these pull up farther, but this is as far as they go, and there's a lot of resistance down here, so I guess that's as far as they go, but I feel it should be a little wider. And you've got a handle you have to manually peg in. I never use the handles because the peg on the arm is perfect, the little mounting point. So why even bother, right? But you got the big version. And the beam rifle is pretty simple. It's very generic, just like the Destiny's. But you got... this handle doesn't move, but the scope does. Weird. And it's got the peg that doesn't flip in or hide, but, you know, mounting point in the back. Can't complain about that. And they have the flip-out tab, which was reserved... Well, I mean, I don't think it was really used in other kits except for perfect grades at the time. I don't think master grades were using flip-out tab for handles yet. I don't think. 2004. I'm going to say no. Maybe there are some rare occasions. I'm not really sure. Oh, and we can't forget about... Are they still called Armor Schneiders in this version? I don't really know. But it should open up eventually. There. And hey, separate colors. Still, why don't you have things so I can get my fingernail in to flip these things up, Bandai? God, go back in time and fix this. Like a nice little stubby. More SD, if anything, the way they look. But I appreciate the double color. And they also seem to fit in the side skirts way better than the Strikes ever did in any version, really. And after that, let's get you out of the way, because we got a pack to look at. We got a Force pack. There is no Silhouette Flyer, which I don't really care about. They're always in containers when I'm done building the kit anyway, so who cares? Got the Beam Sabers, which also have little flip-out tabs, which are also hard to get out, but they got the little baby tabs. Look how small they are, so cute. To get into the hand. A little more of a troublesome hassle, because those tabs are not that big compared to the rather large size peg. Oop. So maybe the tabs could have been bigger, but it is a smaller handle. I don't know. But the wings can pose, the boosters can pose, we can shove it into the backpack. They still have this weird thing here. I never understood why this flips up. What is this, like, why have it flip up at all? I never really got that. Because all it does is it's made to connect to the back of the Impulse. Why do you need the peg not to be up all the time? I had to zoom out even farther just to get the wingspan in too. But yeah, Force, Impulse, not really back heavy. I haven't found him back heavy anyways. Maybe your mileage would vary if you ever got this guy. I just wish we had other variants. Just the Force Impulse. Nothing else. No sword, no launcher. Would have been nice. At least to have had maybe... P-Band wasn't really anything at the time. We had, like, I think it was, but not to the insane degree it is now. But if we had, like, the sword and the launcher... No, sword and blast packs in a pack together, just to go with this guy, would have been nice. I mean, I would have released it 3 times. They could have definitely done it nowadays, because in the movie it had the 3 different color changes. Like, all the colors were different. Like, Force Impulse is this, but the sword and the blast... Sword's red, like different shades of red, and blast is different shades of green. So it would have been nice to have a re-release. It's never going to happen, but it's a good kit for being sold. I really do like it. It's way proportioned better than the Freedom was. Maybe they actually looked at it and like, we gotta do a better job next time. Would have liked to have gotten that 160 lighting version of the Strike Freedom. It came and went really fast, and it's expensive now. I think it was like $100 at the time. I'm like, that's a lot. Not now, but this guy, I want to say I paid like $60 for him on eBay like a decade ago, which is probably a good deal now. Like I said, it's still a decent kit. It just obviously, I would like to see a perfect grade. Who wants to see a perfect grade? I want a perfect grade Impulse.